but unfortunately we didn't yet. We'll have to do that. Definitely soon. I haven't even began on the frame. The frame's pretty much sitting there as is, so I did little work, so I've been doing more with the motor. Okay. Take your wrench, make sure you count how many times you go around to keep the equality on each strain. Yeah. If one's a little under torqued because you didn't do it with your finger as long as the other ones, no threat, just make sure they're all tightened down just about the same. You want it the closest as possible to the same way you did. So if you see me do 2 on one and 3 on the other, it's because I didn't tighten it down as much. I don't want to have them coming loose halfway through the trails and then have my whole carburetor just dangling. That wouldn't be good at all. But the carburetor is torn down. I got some of it. I got the piston and the rod for it over here. And that's over and still connected to the line. I still gotta find a thumb throttle for it, so. Blaster time! Put a twist on the blaster. That would be a fun little machine after. Twist throttle blaster. I wouldn't have to worry, it's a blaster, I mean. Not that hard at all. Right now I'm just going over, checking the first two, because usually the first two are looser than the others. But we got that back on there. Now I'll show you the carburetor. And I'll show you the needle over here. You got it right here. This came out of the piston last night, or this is the piston. This came out of the carburetor last night. It's connected to the line still. The line needs to be taken off and replaced. So we're gonna bring it to the shop later on. See what the boys can do. Okay. The carburetor been sitting since yesterday. Should be all dried out now. We put gas and ether on it, mixed. But I did use WD-40 the first go around on it. So it should be really cleaned out. This should probably be one of the cleanest parts on that bike. Put this right here for a second. I don't see anything tripping. Oh. Yeah, I still had some gas. A little bit. But, oh, and there's a little more. You're gonna have that problem when you have your bulb still on. It was pretty late. I didn't want to really take the bulb off. Smells pretty bad, but yeah, you'll get over it pretty quick. I ended up learning that one last night. I was covered probably from my elbows to my wrist with gas. Let's just say if I lit up a cigarette, you guys would see me down the road. Still leaking everywhere. Yeah, she's got water in it still. But yeah, that's what I thought. Still had some more. But you can see down there, that's where the piston went. Put that in there, you have your little hole down at the bottom where your rod connects, and the line pulls up the piston to give your bike gas or mainly anything. But I did the gas line last night. Want to thank BBC for helping us out. They actually donated it, just about. They didn't charge us for the gas line. In other news, the KTM is done, is at BBC now, and it's still leaking everywhere right here. But at BBC, the KTM's done. I gotta go pick that up sometime this week. So we'll have some riding videos coming up. Hope before spring break's over. Put the carburetor back on the motor. Why don't we? Since it's leaking everywhere, instead of having it leak in my hands, might as well have it leak in the motor. A lot safer. Let's put this right about in there. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So here's the carburetor all together now. I'm making sure my gas lines are the way I want them. As you can see, I hooked them up a lot different than the stock version. I took, instead of wrapping them both around the front here, closest to the motor, I wrapped the one around, took the long way, and did one the short way. I wanted them to be a lot different. I replaced every piece of line on this, and I'll show you why. I'm gonna put some clamps on there in a second here, but I want to show you the gas line that we replaced off that motor. I mean, the gas line still probably could have been used, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty gnarly gas line, as you can see, and they shrink wrapped it together for some reason to keep them connected. These are stock lines off the bike, back from '99, and it's 2012 now, so about 12 years. Not 12 years, about 13 years old. Gas lines. Another thing we're doing is I'm using copper or bronze. I usually would recommend bronze for this. When you put your head bolts in, use bronze on them. It'll keep them down. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm doing it just because I wanted to keep everything in there. I don't want anything seeping down in there, so I'm using bronze or copper or brass as a weak metal. It's a softer metal, so you can use them, and it shouldn't bother much at all. Okay, let's see. I want to measure it up to one of these, so take the closest one that's coming off here. I want to match them up to the ones right here. See if they're the same size or not, or close. I think the holes are about the same. Holes are the same, but they're a little smaller. So if they're good enough, I can replace them on the bike. I might as well throw them on now. I wanted to replace them on. How thick are they though? These thinner or? Yeah, they're a little thinner. We'll do that later then. We got a bunch of different sizes and stuff right now, but you know, I'll wait till I get the new bolts and stuff. Then the head from powder coating. So, that back up here, we'll take the clamps down and get some work done on the carburetor some more. I want to grab my two brand new clamps right here I bought for the blaster, but unfortunately they're going to go on this. I need the screwdriver that I had last time. I have no idea where it is. Tools, yeah. What are you gonna do? Extremely long update video. Let's see. For tools, there it is. Striker, all around, Sharpie, tweezers. This can go away. I'm not using this anymore, it's on there now. So, this was only for the side anyway. We used a wrench on the rear motor boot here. Yeah, she gets locked up, so I have to tap it off. So closest thing, my motor. Okay. Put that away. Okay, we got the screwdriver. We're gonna use, I believe it's, oh, no, they're flats. So let me grab a flat screwdriver here. Okay, got our flat screwdriver now, so we should be all set. Good screwdrivers, I hope. Unless you close your gas line into the, whatchamacallit there, but I'm not involved on that. Okay, we're gonna clamp these two first. We'll have to shave these down later, or we can leave them. It's totally up to how you want to do things. Unfortunately, I want the extra there. So if something does happen when I need it on another part, I can use it. Which I hope I won't have to. This motor's one of the biggest motors thrown in a bike. I think this is my biggest two-stroke motor that I had lying around. Well, yeah, again, I bought it just for the bike, so. Well, this is the motor that did come with the bike. I had to buy it separate, though, unfortunately. It was, the Banshee motor that was in it, someone took out sometime down the line. They took out the Banshee motor, and then they ended up putting an RM250 motor on it, thinking they were some, slick genius here, and unfortunately they weren't. It wasn't the brightest idea they had. And now trying to put this clamp on is not my brightest idea either. Don't know why. We're trying to go through the back side of it. Keep that, and son of a bitch. When you're working with a motor, definitely need patience. Unfortunately, it's early in the morning, so don't try working on your motor when you're completely exhausted either. It won't help you much at all if you're exhausted and working on a motor. Oh, son of a bitch. We gotta take the clamp off, tighten it out here. I don't know why it's not working on there. And I got gas everywhere and some ether, so probably tripping off the fumes. I'm gonna put that clamp away and I'm just gonna go to the next one. I'm wasting time with that clamp. I got fuel over here, so we'll put, this is a brand new clamp too. Never been put on the bike yet. All I know is I got one on the blaster that's still new that unfortunately I did put on the blaster. But we got some new ones over there too in that kit, so should be all set to go. We're going to disconnect the line here, take out its little housing. We had to bore the housing up to fit the line, but why? Why do you have to leak all over? Okay. Let's tighten her up on the line, and then we're gonna say goodbye on this YouTube video because it's getting extremely long. I know we've been out here for like 30 minutes scooping with this so far.